My name is Daniel, and this is the truth about the gap theory. Okay, so here's the deal. We've learned all 5 of the essential reasons for why the gap theory doesn't work. So by way of review, what do we now know? Essential reason number 1. According to Scripture, death is a result of the sin of the very first man, Adam. But the gap theorist wants to believe that death existed before the sin of the very first Adam, thus undermining the need to be rescued by the last Adam, which is the gospel. Essential reason number 2. According to Scripture, we are currently living within the first heaven and earth. But the gap theorist wants to believe that a heaven and earth existed before this first one. Essential reason number 3. According to Scripture, the creation of the heaven and earth, which is verse 1 of Genesis, is included within the first 6 days of creation. But the gap theorist wants to believe that verse 1 happened before the first 6 days. Essential reason number 4. According to Scripture, the angels were created during the 6-day creation week. But the gap theorist wants to believe that angels existed before the 6-day creation week. Essential reason number 5. According to Scripture, when Satan was in the Garden of Eden, he was not yet fallen. But the gap theorist wants to believe that Satan was already in a fallen state before Eden even existed. So with just these 5 lines of reasoning alone, case closed. Mostly. But not quite. Would it surprise you to learn that the gap theorist got a big old butt? Oh yeah. Quite a few of them actually, which anatomically is really strange. They say, yeah, but this, and yeah, but that, buts all over the place. So what I'm going to do now for the rest of the videos in this series is to show you the buts, and to show you why they're not very impressive. But number 1, in the pre-creation, Satan had his own throne. They get this idea from Isaiah chapter 14. For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. So from this passage, the gap theorist wants to believe that Satan, at the time that he made this proclamation, already had his own throne in the pre-creation. But now that we know the 5 essential reasons, we know that according to essential reason number 2, there was no pre-creation kingdom for Satan to have existed in the first place. And essential reason number 4 refutes the idea of any angelic beings, including Satan, existing before the original creation week. And essential reason number 5 shows us that when Satan made this proclamation, it was already well after that first week of creation. Plus, consider this. If I'm a servant in your kingdom, and I don't like the way you're running things, and I want to take over, and I say, I will ascend to the top of this kingdom. I will exalt my castle above your castle. Well, does that automatically mean that I already have my own castle? Not really, because I'm talking about the future. My plan is to ultimately have a castle that's exalted above yours, but such a statement does not require me to already have one. And that is why the very first but of the gap theorist is not much to look at. So stay tuned in the next video and we'll take a look at the next but, and we'll see if it's any prettier than the first one. So until next time, don't forget, I'm Daniel, and I'm just here to help you understand the writing on the wall.